The other day, I shared my encounter with a fashion designer who categorically told me that she couldn't sew a pant for me. And then I got several reactions to, that video. But then that story reminded me of another one. I think I was still in my teenage years. It happened in our church actually. There was this woman who was a fashion designer. I used words because she's late now, God rest her soul. She was a fashion designer. So because she's a member of our church, my mom loved to have her make my sister's dress and my dress as well. But then we were, we saw it as nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong because we didn't really understand. I told you I was still a teenager, so I didn't really understand that, okay, this is the style in vogue and all of that. But then it got to a point that I started seeing I started seeing the wrongs, the mistakes in the dresses she make, especially when I choose a style for myself, and then the what I got is always the opposite of what I ordered for. I started complaining. I was always complaining to my mom, and then as time went on, my sister joined me in the complaints as well. In fact, there was a time I had to tell my mom that no, she was not going to be the one to make this dress. Festive period was fast approaching, and I wanted to look I wanted to look okay, I wanted to look good. And I knew she wouldn't be able to make the particular style I chose. So I insisted that she was not going to make the dress. And mom had no other option than to grant our request. So we had to search for a fashion designer who could undo the job and do it very well, and the person did it well. Fast forward to the festive period, we wore her dresses. I was not even looking at her side, though I knew she was staring at us because she knew she was always the one making our dresses. And now what changed? What happened? The next dress we wanted to make, we insisted that she was not going to make it as well. But this time around, mom was confused. She didn't want to hurt her children. At the same time, she didn't want to hurt the woman. So mom had to call her and told her that, see, I understand the fact that it's been a while that you have been into this business. It's been a while you have learned this. But then there's a need for you to upgrade. There's a need for you to learn more because there are different styles in vogue now. Different styles are always coming up, and you can't just rely on what you learned years ago. You can't compare what you learned, the skill you learned years ago. You can't compare it to that same skill that people are learning now. Knowledge has increased, people are now more exposed, and then there are several tricks to achieving a particular thing. So it is good for you to upgrade. Mom was telling her that it is best for you to upgrade. If you know that you still want to stay relevant in this field, you need to upgrade. Find a young fashion designer who just learns the skill maybe like 2 3 years ago, so you can learn the new tricks people are using now. Mom told her that, she was appreciative and all of that. We thought she had changed, we thought she had yielded to my mom's counsel. The next dress we wanted to make, we gave her the dress again, and then she committed. In fact, let me not use the word committed. She made another blunder, and this time around, I was so pained. There, then I decided that she was not going to make my dress anymore. Now, the essence of my story is, if you know that you are in a particular field, maybe you are a writer, you are a video editor, you are a crocheter, you have a skill, maybe a digital skill or a skill that requires, that is not a digital one, right? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. There's absolutely nothing wrong in you upgrading your knowledge. There's absolutely nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong in you finding someone, maybe a junior colleague in the same field who just learned. There's nothing wrong in you enrolling with that person because you know that knowledge has shifted. And it is you who knows what you want. You are the one who knows that there is gold in this person, and it is your responsibility to dig out the gold. But if you say you want to stay in one place, you want to rely on the knowledge you had back then without upgrading, before you know it, my sister, my brother, before you know it, people will move on from you. People will leave you because you are not offering what they need. You can't offer what they need. You can't you can't meet up to their expectations. And remember, they are paying you for these things. So it is important for you as a professional in a certain field to upgrade your knowledge every single time. Pay for the knowledge, enroll for the courses, enroll for the trainings for your own good. It's not for anybody's good, it's for your own good. I hope that you find value in this video, and I hope that if this message hits you hard, you would make the necessary changes. Thank you.